What is shaking YouTube? I am your host, Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and today, of course, is the Real Hot 10 list, the best comic book list on YouTube, bar none. What I do in this video, I take 10 books from the Key Collectors app runners-up list, and I rank them from number 10 all the way down to the top spot. It is a mustn't-miss list every week here on YouTube. But before we get started in the video, I remind you guys, if you're not a current sub of the channel, you guys are missing out, especially on videos like this and all the other new content that will be hitting this channel. Also, do me a favor, hit that like button for me so we can get this video out to everyone out there in the comic book community. With that said, let's get into this week's Real Hot 10. Starting us off this week at number 10 on the Real Hot 10 list is Batman number 164, another obscure minor key that not many people know about. This key issue features the first use of the Batman chest emblem with yellow background in the Batman title. Detective Comics number 327 introduced the logo prior to this issue. It makes the list this week with an all-new high sale in a CGC 8.0, selling for only $340, up 29% since 2023. Coming in at the 9th spot this week is Tally Ho Comics. What are you talking about? What is this book doing on the Real Hot 10? Published by Swappers in 1944. Who? This incredibly obscure and rare comic features the first published partial cover and interior art by none other than Frank Frazetta. I bet you guys didn't know that, because I sure as hell didn't. It makes the Real Hot 10 this week with a sale in a CGC 4.5, selling for only $810, but up a whopping 76% since 2020. I learn something new every week in this hobby. Sticking with the golden age at number 8 this week is Captain America Comics number 8. Published in 1941 by Timely Comics, this issue features the first appearance of Ra the Avenger. With cover art by the great Jack Kirby, this issue features Captain America kicking Hitler right in the face. In the face! It makes the Real Hot 10 this week with a sale in a CGC 3.0 for $2,650, but up an insane 112% since 2017. Now that's what I call gains. Coming in at number 7 on this week's Real Hot 10 is Wonder Comics number 14. Published in 1947, this Golden Age gem features cover art by none other than Alex Schomburg. Anything Schomburg has always been in demand, but at least one Schomburg cover has made the Real Hot 10 since the beginning. Wonder Comics number 14 makes the list this week with an all-new high sale in a CGC 7.0, selling for $1,200, up an incredible 229% since 2011. How about we talk about a book that no one saw coming? At number 6 this week is Web of Spider-Man number 119. This issue features the first appearance of Kane, a clone of Peter Parker. This is part 3 of a 4-part story that began with the introduction of the Scarlet Spider in Web of Spider-Man number 118. It makes the Real Hot 10 this week with a massive sale in a CGC 9.8 newsstand, selling for $450, up an incredible 204% since 2023. For value context, in December, a 9.8 direct sold for only $150. Does somebody else know something that we don't? I am not shocked by this book. At number 5 this week, it is Shock Suspense Stories number 12, the drug abuse cover. Published by EC Comics in 1953, with cover art by Al Feldstein featuring a hypodermic needle. Pre-code horror has been a staple on the Real Hot 10, an incredibly hard genre in comics. This popular book makes the list this week with an all-new high sale in a CGC 5.0 for only $840, but up an amazing 195% since its last sale of only $285 way back in 2016. More Golden Age goodness at number 4, it is Suspense Comics number 10. Published in 1945 by Continental and cover art by the great L.B. Cole, this incredibly rare comic makes the Real Hot 10 this week with a sale in a CGC 6.0, selling for $1,800, up an amazing 173% since 2017. These comics rarely come up for sale, so if you can get your hands on one and are a long-term holder, I think this would be a great investment. More pre-code horror makes the list. At number 3, it is Crime Suspense Stories number 6. Another EC comic makes the list, this time with a hanging cover published prior to the establishment of the Comics Code Authority. This incredible cover art by the great Johnny Craig makes the Key Collector's runners-up list and the Real Hot 10 this week with an all-new high sale in his CGC 3.5, selling for only $580, but up 122% since 2020. I still think you can get great pre-code horror comics for great deals in this market. We're at number 2 and we still don't have a major first appearance on this list. Well, that stops right now. At the 2 spot is Detective Comics number 66. This key issue features the first appearance and origin of Two-Faced Harvey Dent, a district attorney disfigured by acid. This also features the first appearance of Salvatore Maroni, the mob boss who disfigured Harvey Dent, and it's also the second time Tech 66 has made the Real Hot 10. This week, it makes the list with a sale in a CGC 1.5 selling for $5,556, up an incredible 132% since its last sale of only $2,400 way back in 2018. And finally, at the top spot, numero uno, number 1, one of the most obscure books and hottest comics out there. It is Action Comics number 241. Published by DC Comics in 1958, this key issue features the introduction of the Fortress of Solitude, an incredibly important book when we're talking about Superman. This prototype version of Superman's headquarters was introduced in Superman number 17, and the name was mentioned in Superman number 58. A new high sale was made last week in a super high grade 9.0, making the list with an incredible sale of $6,600, up a whopping 150% since 2021. So that's it for this week's Real Hot 10 list. Again, some awesome books that we don't talk about enough here on YouTube and in our community. One last thing I want to throw at you guys, if there's a company out there who are looking to sponsor a YouTuber, I'm waiting for someone to come aboard here. I do great content here at the channel, and I'm looking forward to working with anyone out there who is interested. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.